Good evening, everyone. Fish, germs, and friends. It's good to see everyone. It's another Wednesday night. Here we are. Let's do this. Welcome in. Welcome in. Hello, my flock. Good to see you, my friend. First class. So good to see you, friend. Welcome in. Welcome in. Woof. I am rough looking, but I'm looking at you from the dark. So this is as good as I look right now. Recovering from the human malware. Possibly one of the worst convention funks that you can run into right now. I don't believe I've had it before. I feel like I would have remembered that. But laughter came back into the household a couple days ago. My wife was behind me by a couple days on the journey, and yeah, I'm definitely loving life a little bit more, and my healthiness is irritating. So it's been a interesting time. We've been having fun. Um, Huawei, what up? Triple fry. Whoop whoop. First class. Oh, you want to know what? I haven't put it in my headphones, dude. I bet this will be better. I could always go away and come. Is everything showing up all right now? So it sounds like my block is able to hear me anyway, but I did want to put those headphones in. Debs, good morning to you, dear. It's nighttime over here. So the yellow Caradina is doing its thing, and I'm using the black feeding tray that I got from Crypt Keeper at the Clash, and I believe they were made by Poseidon's Pets, which is Kyle. And I like them very much. The white tray has a piece that comes down in the back, so it settles into the substrate. So then the shrimp, when they're wrestling around, and the snails can't push the tray back. But I overcame that by just settling this down in the sand a little bit. This one doesn't have that, so I think I like the piece coming down in the back that will settle into the substrate better than this one that's just a box missing a side. But I do like how the yellow looks against it. Yellowstone, good to see you. Hope you are well. Oh my goodness, having problems. But, yeah, man, I'm enjoying coffee again and the nightlife. I am let's see, what I am on time with my water changes if I work tonight after I get off this stream while June's streaming. But I've definitely had my hands in lots of tanks since I got back. That makes a big difference. Yeah, I'm not sure. I think I need to reset my modem. I'm gonna do that before next week because it seems like with StreamYard, it keeps like phasing me out and it was cutting off. It was rather irritating. I was on a live stream and I didn't like it, and I still don't. But to be fair, I haven't done anything to make that better other than turn this iPad off and back on again. I suppose I could get rid of YouTube in the background and some other things that are open. Give me a sec. I'm trying what all these guys are doing in the background. Am I back? Was I ever away? Thank you, Jeff. It's really coming together, man. That stump is a piece of driftwood that my uncle found at his lake house on the Pedernales, where just up the Pedernales a little ways from Lake Travis. Lake Travis being the Colorado River system. Always, I soaked it. It always smelled, I don't know, for lack of a better descriptor, it always smelled a little poopy. I soaked it for a long time. I gave it a good scrub on the outside, soaked it again. And I think it's just like the funk from like the mud. You know what I mean? Like Texas, like river bottom mud, mostly clay, smells kind of poopy. So, after I soaked it for a long time and I didn't see anything crazy growing on it or anything like that, I did put it in a tank and like let it settle out and everything. It tested well. The shrimp love it. The shrimp are always like up on it, like hiding and stuff like that. And I think that I'm gonna grow out some baby plecos, some baby brown bristle noses. I think I'm gonna grow them out in this tank and try not to destroy it every time I uh try to catch them, but I mean, like, it should be alright. But yeah, Pelham, so that is probably assuming that I'm getting interrupted. But, yeah, whenever I see the circle of death on my screen, I just pause everybody, so that's what's going on. But, yeah, I put that in the tank and I love it, and, I've got some, what, Tiger Valve, bunch of that. I think that is some really leggy Ludwigia in the foreground there behind the tray. Got plenty of snails to help with the to help keep the tank clean, to help keep parasites at bay. The shrimp have been up in that tray eating that that Cat's Aquatics food. I put like 3 pieces in there, and so I fed too much. There was still some today, Two of the pieces were gone, and one of the pieces was mostly there. And the shrimp were gonna eat it till it's gone. Like they were hanging out in there. Gotta love a little fish family. Oh, at the Clash, I won the Fish Fam Link drawing, and I picked out a 20-ounce tumbler that says Fish Fam Link on it. It's pretty awesome. You guys will see me drinking out of that in the future. Freaking love it. So it's like a nice, like highball glass, but I can take the ice and get it at a certain amount of meltiness and then extend that 4-minute period for like, I don't know, 2 hours, 3? I don't know. I haven't tested it yet. I'm excited. Only Oscars. Always good to see you, my dear. We will be ending in 45 minutes. Everybody get ready for a little Only Oscars action, a little late night. I'm here to get you through. So get yourself a beverage of your choice. I recommend caffeine if you're gonna do it right. I made a new intro. Welcome, welcome, everyone. Yeah, so basically, my plan is during these live streams and stuff like that to chat with you guys and talk about fish and talk about like a particular tank, its inhabitants. You know what I mean? Like this is a 20-gallon long that's on its side. So we're looking in deep. So there's a whole lot more going on the other side of that stump. Shrimpy stuff. But I caught a couple pleco caves in there. I had one that broke, the one that's oh, June. I just reached my hand in there and put it down in there, and then the shrimp are on it generally really fast. Takes the snails a little bit longer. But as you can see, the snails have found it right now, but I think there's a small juvenile yellow shrimp facing us or facing away from us that's on top of the snails. So like and a white piece, it looks like a small piece of plastic. I don't know what it is. But Cats Aquatics is all natural stuff. It's all freeze dried, dehydrated, stays together really, really well. Um, I'm assuming because and there's different pieces and they're different colors, so I'm assuming that she um, is using whole pieces of like food that's why it stays together so well. It's not a powder like pressed into a pellet, which some of those get soft rather quickly and fall apart. So it's pretty neat. I've been wanting to try a product for a long time. I got to meet her at the Clash. And so yeah, that was one of my purchases. Nice, small, compact little jar, so it was easy for me to carry home. I think I got like 3 T-shirts at the Clash, so I had like more clothes than I came with. Um, Definitely more friends, whose faces are in my memory than I came with. Um, oh, I was saying about that, plant watering spike that broke. I just used some sandpaper and it came together rather nicely, and I was able to smooth out the edges, so hopefully it's still long enough for some pleco action. Only Oscars, it's, Cats what is it called? Hold on, I'm gonna get the jar. Hang on. Hopefully we don't have echo going on. But it's cast on. Nah, this is how I get it. So that's how that works. And like I said, it's just a small, that's what the stuff looks like. Really not some other. I don't know, man. It looks like stuff. So maybe I don't know how they did it. I don't know how they did it. But I'm wanting to try it. Like this is 1.7 freeze-dried food, plenty for 2 types of carry peanut that I keep. So yeah, that's that, folks. My voice probably started cutting out because I was so far away from the other thing. Yeah, so hopefully you guys heard all that. If you didn't, let me know and I'll run you through it again. But yeah, I believe Cats Aquatics like a while back, like possibly still in high school and started making her own fish food and like had the idea and everything. And like she's out there doing it. So good for her. But she was on the Aquatic Morning Show with Jess. And I saw her and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna try that one day when I have shrimp. I think I didn't even have shrimp at the time. You know what I mean? Like, but I was like sold on the product and the story and the person behind it, like before I even had shrimp yet. But you know what I mean? But here I am now. You know what I mean? Like, so okay, only Oscars. I was no Audible. So yeah, Cats Aquatics is the name of it. It's only 1.7 ounces. I don't know whether you guys could see with the images the different bits of it, and it does look like it's in a flat sheet, and then it's like cut roughly into squares that are like a centimeter, and then it's only like 1 maybe 2 millimeters like deep. But I don't know how it stays together for so long, but it does. Like you're able to. It says remove extra food after 12 hours. So so I mean like this is definitely something that you can try, and if your fish aren't eating it for some reason, or you fed too much, you can correct by pulling it back out of the tank. Um, what the guys who do the shrimp sticks, they do shrimp sticks and they do some other stuff, and it's oh, Shrimp Envy. I have Shrimp Envy food as well. So right now I have a year supply of shrimp food for the amount of shrimp that I have right now. So I'm doing good and I can alternate and give them different things. And there's 3 different colors in this Cats Aquatics. But as you can see, they like that spirulina. You see quite a few running around doing their thing. And last night when I was looking at this, uh, there were a bunch of babies, so I just wasn't able to see them. Um, I was thinking that maybe this colony wasn't doing as well as the Blue Dream colony, but they are. I just can't see the babies because my vision and blonde on sand, which is why this tray is like so awesome. That's right. Ice your butt, I guess. What is that? Did Kenny make it in here? Wasn't Kenny's butt hurt? Or was it Jeff? I can't tell. Ice your butt. Oh, that was the yeah, Ice Your Butt was the hashtag from the last stream. Hey man, I was there. I was lurking. I went ahead and started like 30 minutes late. I might start going from 11:30 to 12:30 because an hour and a half to chat and talk about one particular tank might be a little long. You know what I mean? But it all depends. I might just keep an eye on I might just go at 11:30, but I can go as early as 11. I'll be ready in case Gina doesn't go long. But she was having an open panel tonight and Vibes got up there and I know how it is talking to Vibes. Like I'm one of the worst. Vibes and I get together, man, like we're talking to each other for like 4 hours. My wife was like, "Yeah, but why does live streaming have to be like a 5 hour thing?" I was like, "Oh, it's not. It's like an hour thing, maybe a 2 hour thing, and then the other 3 hours is like backstage, just talking, mostly about what we're planning on doing, talking about situationals that are just going on in the fish room. You know what I mean? And like talking about that. Uh, Usually stays pretty fish oriented. Well, I'm glad I put that food in there. This is a lot more entertaining now. Gina's Reef, that good old backstage chat. Well, I mean, like Vibes and I just use it as it's like a way for us to hang out without either one of us having to leave our house. You know, you know what I mean? Like, like we're hanging out like we're at a coffee shop, but we're just using it as a video conference at that point. But yeah, no, I was on Vibes channel and it just like kept cutting out for me and like it was a thing. So I think I'm gonna turn off my modem and everything and turn it back on again. Give it give it a good old off and on again. Because that shouldn't be happening. I have Wi-Fi and my I've got Google Fiber, so like I'm getting a gig, man. I'm getting my $70 worth. But it could just be dipping every now and then just because of how many people are using it. I don't know. Yeah, man, thumbs are popping, y'all. Everybody, tighten up. Welcome to the Wednesday witching hour. It is 11:57 on Wednesday, October 4th in Central Texas. Got to 100 degrees today. I'm glad I got to find that out by looking through the steering wheel at the dashboard and going, "Oh, what is it?" So sad. But I got pho, and it was so tasty, and I got cigarettes. Amisa, so good to see you, Miss Kalish, Mr. Hubby. So yeah, Hubby, you're on the other side, so you're already in the witching hour. So sorry for two shrimp tanks in a row, but I had two trays, one white and one black, and I needed to test them out. And once you get it, once you got the shrimp in the tray, you kind of gotta show them. Wanna pho? Yes, indeed. Yeah, man. I was craving pickled carrot, bean sprouts, there's lettuce in there, green onion, you know what I mean? And then of course like that grilled pork. I got mine had an egg roll in it, I ain't mad about that. Yeah, man, they're a different kind of creature, Pelham. I enjoy watching them too. They're always very, very busy, and they're always busy. They are good at hiding, which is why this food tray is like so awesome. You can get a contrasting color to them. I suppose, like with the right filament, you could do any color you wanted, but it comes in white and black right now, to my knowledge, and like I'm all about it. Yeah, I don't multitask. I task shift. So I can be doing five different things at once, and I generally don't get anything done. But I just keep getting distracted by the next one, and like, there's steps and stuff like that. And a lot of the distraction comes from, okay, well, this is in place now. Now I need to wait a second, and that's enough. That's enough for me to get started doing something else. But like I said, I put my hands in a bunch of tanks today. Uh, a question I have, uh, I think that they might. Okay, let me start at the beginning instead of in the middle, everyone. All right. Okay. Okay, only Oscars. You ordered a bunch of trays and stick holders from Poseidon's Pets. That's awesome. I like the stick holder idea. I didn't buy one of those. I bought some of I have duckweed in every tank, so I bought some of those shapes that you put on top and then you can pull the duckweed out of the center. so that then you can have a little feeding hole for the fish. Love it. Yeah, so I'm gonna do that. Um, the I want to hear Kyle talk about the racks and show some pictures of what he's done with it. And I'm sure he's done that on a live stream uh, while he was achieving his 5K. And he was talking about it because it was a project that he was working on. How the moss racks work exactly, um, like how you get moss to stick to it, kind of like I don't understand exactly, and I didn't ask Crypt Keeper while I had him about it, but we started talking about somebody who like came in and like they were bringing some shrimp and possibly possibly some rare shrimp or something like that. So I told him that I would sit at his table if he would bring me. Now I was like, I don't know what I'm looking at, so like I want to go over there and look, but I don't know what I'm looking at. So you go over there and look, and you tell me what you think. He said they weren't what he thought they were going to be. So it ended up being a much ado about nothing. But you know what I mean? Like somebody comes into the room, they start unpacking bags of stuff. You know what I mean? Like some shrimp. You know what I mean? So it's like, well, I might need to get over there and take a look. All right, Craig, take a break, bud. I'm proud of you, man. That fish room is looking awesome. I know that you are working too hard to get it all together and everything, but dude, all that hard work is paying off, brother. Speaking of racks, I'm jumping between building a wooden rack and a cinder block type rack for the 60-gallon. Blocks will be easier. I agree with you, but the wood will look nicer. Either way, it'll be painted black. Right on. Um, yes, sir. If you're using wood on my next rack that I build, I think that I am going to secure the shelves to the upright pieces with lag bolts. Uh, Terry's Tropical Tanks was talking about a lag bolt, that bolt going through, and then those washers. Like you get a lot more compression and so a lot more sturdiness. That tall rack that I've built, that new one, I do not like the sway to it at all. Like there's not supposed to be a sway, right? But there is, and yeah, I don't like that. Um, and I did have a shelf on it fall down at one point, and it was because I only had 4 screws going into it, and so I put a lot more screws into it, and that made all the difference. But if Kalish is saying that she'd go wood, then yeah, yeah, I think that I would too, and that is how I would adjust what I was doing. And basically, I built the shelves first with supports front to back where the footprint of the tank is, and I like it a lot doing it that way. Um, and yeah, man, paint it black, paint it black. If it's that much weight, like on an incline, even if it is slight, like in my garage, like if I built one that was going towards the front of the garage, it would be lower towards the front of the garage than the back of the garage. I don't think that anything very tall, as it gets taller, the cinder blocks, the center of gravity wouldn't be straight down, and that would make me leery. So for my garage, yeah, it's going to be wooden racks, and then I will shim them as appropriate. Yeah, depending on where you are and the lumber prices and stuff like that, but I just used, like, white stud, uh, lumber, you know what I mean? And, like, bought the appropriate boards that I needed and stuff like that, and, that's been I mean, it costs money, but it's been very economical. Um, it's more economical than buying shelving, for sure. 4 feet without support in the middle, so don't run 6 feet across. 'Yeah, Nathan, you gotta have a place to put your tanks, man. I'm excited for you, dude. That's fun times, man. I enjoyed, both times that I did rack building, and to tell you the truth, man, I don't know what I'm doing, like, at all. You know what I mean? I mean, I took a shop class, I don't know what year I was in middle school. Yeah, dude, 30 years ago. I have a neighbor that has tools, you know what I mean? So whenever I get stuck, I ask him, like, what I'm doing. Um, but yeah, man, I did have to cut a couple pieces of wood twice. It's harder to measure and cut than you would think. But I'm just saying that if I can do it, you can do it. Be careful, use caution, you know what I mean? But don't be scared. Don't be scared to give it a shot. Yeah, I only bought 2 by 4 by 6 or 2 by 4 by 8 when it made sense mathematically. My wife helped me figure out all of the board feet and how to best use the boards so that there is as little scrap as possible, and help me do that. Bunny Viper, a special hello to Bunny Viper, that rabbit snake. She's a friend of mine. Bunny, I'm never ignoring you. I am possibly distracted and not seeing you in chat sometimes, you know what I mean? But like it's never it's never out of malice, my friend. I want you to know that. And I want to I mean like you let me know your need and when I see you in chat, I'm gonna make sure that I give you a special hello. You know what I mean? Like that's the least I could do. If it makes you happy, why not? Gina's Reef. I'm sure you can reach out to Grant. Oh, yes, I can for help building a rack. Yes, you can. Yeah, that would be, like a 5 to 10 minute conversation um, that that will get you a good way there. You know what I mean? Because he's probably done it a bunch of different ways, and you know what I mean. Like he can tell you what's working for him, and yeah, man. He's built so many racks at this point, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, not talking to him would be a waste. But I mean, like, there's so many fish keepers out there, and so many people have built racks and things like that. So, okay, Yep, drawing upscale plans that helps you find flaws. Yeah, I know for sure. Yeah, Jeff Bellum, yeah, you missed a lot today. Hey, man, I miss a lot on the regular. But the good news is I have people that reach out and let me know when I've missed something, so I can go, oh, look at that, mock. Good to see mock. All right, hubby's got a card table from a client, perfect for the 50-gallon. Has about 3/4 inches in front and behind it, so the hang-on bet fits nicely, and I get a ledge. Dude, that's great, man. Yeah, I was looking at these like crazy freaking like caster wheels and stuff like that, and I was thinking about okay, hear me out. I was daydreaming about having basically like a open area in the garage and then like one whole entire wall of the garage was going to be tanks and each of the racks was on wheels. So I don't know whether you guys have like seen like museum like filing cabinet type things. They take up like half the room and they slide in and out and then you can slide one out. You know what I mean? But you can move them forwards or backwards so you can have however much space you want. So I could fill up that whole side of the room with tanks and all the tanks are like flush up, all the racks are all flush up against each other. And then I pull out the rack that I'm working on and then I put and then I slide them back. I'm like, yeah, dude, like it was crazy. I was so ecstatic about it. Yeah, still daydream about it. But man, I was like looking up like crazy caster wheels that were like, like 30 bucks a piece, you know what I mean? But I had like an insane like weight limit to them and stuff like that. Uh, love it. There we go. Things are working. Debbie, Mock, Chef Kane. Scroll back when I'm missing chat. 3 baby bunnies living in the entryway. Hells yeah. Baby bunnies are where it's at. Jeff Pelham, that's the only way I could sleep. Over engineered racks. Yeah, you need enough lumber to build it twice. And it still comes out cheaper than metal. I mean, like, unless it's a deal, I'm sure there's like metal racks sometimes that like hit like a price point, or you can get them used or something like that. You know what I mean? Where it would come out different. But I've been pleased with all my racks, and I enjoy them. Doing middling. Had a CAT scan. Meow. Yeah, man, it's hard to keep positive, Mark. That sounds pretty scary, bro. Um, yeah, man, but you got to do that stuff so that you can know what's going on. You know what I mean? I hope that the scans find nothing. True that, Nathan. putting foods out for mom. That's why she's more trusting. Yeah. Yeah, no, it's amazing. You learn to adjust to each other. My free range horned lizards are doing great. Technically, they're not mine. I guess they just belong to the neighborhood or whatever. But I have the ponds, and it has been a dry summer. So I see them on the regular. The smaller guys saw me looking at them earlier today and like froze up for Lord knows how long. I know he was thirsty, you know what I mean? But he like saw me looking at him, so he like froze up for a real long time, and I felt bad about it. But yeah, everybody's been coming to the pond. There's a possum about. Uh, there was a raccoon who I actually herded with a flashlight out the gate. Um, I don't know whether he was injured or he just didn't want to leave the freaking like pond. You know what I mean? Area. But I couldn't get him to leave the backyard, so I opened the gate and herded him through it, and he went off and about. Yeah, Debs, tell us about the grandbaby. Are we out of potato stage yet? Or are we still just a sleepy bundle of joy? Babies go through so many changes during that first year, you know what I mean? Like, it's kind of amazing. Like, I don't know, man. Like, I don't know whether it's just like what you think about them or something like that, but it seems like at least all my nieces when they were babies and stuff like that, they'd look like somebody one day and they'd look like somebody else another day. You know what I mean? Like, so you could see like familial like traits or whatever. And I don't know whether it's some thing with our minds and babies got the big eyes and all of that and they're cute. So they just look like different things to you and all that's happening inside your head. You know what I mean? Because it very well could be. Um, the baby might not change at all. It all has to do with like us, but interesting. Darn right, Mark. Bunny is a gift. Good night, Jeff. You have yourself a good sleep. I will keep an eye on everything until morning from my garage here in South Austin. I'm not expecting anything, but I'm ready for anything. Darlene's Tangs. Hello. Welcome. Tonight, ladies and germs, we are looking at yellow neocaridina shrimp and some pest snails. Lovely piece from the woodscape is from washed up on the Pedernales River, just north of Austin. And there's a couple of caves in there, but just shrimp in the tank at the moment. And of course, snails. And we're winding down in the last 10-minute period of this edition of the Witching Hour. It is 12:23, Thursday, October 5th, officially on the piece of ground I am broadcasting from. I'm a big kids movie fan too, Nathan. Lots of good stuff there. Yeah, hang in there, Mark. Waiting is the hardest part, buddy. Yeah, those penguins, Bunny. I really enjoy the interaction and banter between them. That's some great comedic. What is it? Hold on, it's a Trivial Pursuit category. But yeah, no, good stuff. Good stuff. SpongeBob has a lot of puns and slapstick in it that is really good. To say that they don't borrow from the likes of uh, the Three Stooges and stuff like that. And then, yeah, there's so much great styles of comedy. I love it. It's like Netflix before Netflix. There was Blockbuster, and then Netflix was doing what Blockbuster did, and then Netflix was all online. And I think all of that happened on a Wii system that I had. Oh, casting is great. Whatever, like YouTube and Prime and stuff like that, it's up in the corner of whatever device, like your phone or whatever that you're using, and then it will give you different places to cast it to. So your TV or your PlayStation or yeah, it's not that hard to figure out. Yeah, and yeah, it's called casting, and it's magic. You know what I mean? Like I was born in '77. You know what I mean? Like it's freaking witchcraft. Like I can't even believe that we're able to do that. I was watching Gina's stream on my PlayStation on the YouTube app, and I had my headphones, and I was watching it on the big screen. I couldn't see the chat though. So I guess I'd have to have my phone and then like watch the YouTube on my phone as well in order to get the chat. And I think on my phone I can turn off the camera and make chat like the whole phone. I think that is the next step for me. Don't do TV other than streaming. Yeah, that's how I've been for years. I'm not a sports fan, so I think I would have ended up holding on longer to the cable if that was more important to me. But I think that the sports are starting to break out as well, finally, so that you can stream the different networks and stuff like that separately from cable, which is another death knell for cable. But I mean, like, I'm sure they're making money, but I'm sure they're not making the money that they were years back. Yeah, bunny, that's true. Like when you're at the hospital, the cable is kind of novel. It was really creepy when I was working as a nurse at the hospital and stuff like that because I'd be going into everybody's room and like several of my patients would be watching the same like crime drama thing, you know what I mean, and stuff like that. And I'd get a little sketched out, taking care of a bunch of murderers or people with the knowledge of how to get away with murder. Yeah, a ne'er-do-well will give you problems. Yeah, that's true, Huawei. Yeah, I mean, like, there's separate devices that just plug in. Prime has one as well. I believe the Chromecast one is Google, right? That's the Google. Well, ladies and gents, it is officially 12:30. Let's go to June stream. Can somebody press the link? Unless when I was talking about being off in time for June stream and her laughing, it was because she's not going tonight. I don't know, but let's get there. I think you need Wi-Fi in your house to get your device to cast it to the television. I believe that the casting takes place in the Wi-Fi spectrum. My Chromecast like wouldn't do Prime, but now I think they've settled that. But the Fire Stick probably does best for Prime and stuff like that. You know what I mean? It doesn't do as well as the others, but I mean, like most of them work. You might run into a problem with one or the other with one of the apps, but hey, it's okay to be technically challenged, Bunny. I'm very technically challenged. I am living my best life. I'm doing the best that I can. The fact that I'm well, it's pretty awesome. Hey, no worries, Coro. There's always the replay, and let's catch up with June. I'll talk to you guys later. Much love.